So I just watched Survivor, episode 12. Last time we had, who was it? Who went home? Was it, I know it was a guy. Oh, right, Sammy. Sammy went home last time. He played his shot in the dark. It didn't work. He ended up going home. Now we come to this episode, and right away, Owen decided to go to Cassidy to let her know that Carla wanted to vote her out. Because his plan is to drive a wedge in between Carla and Cassidy, which is something that Jesse was trying to do last episode. But it didn't work because Sammy let it be known right away that he's going to play a shot in the dark, which spooked Carla, which made her change her vote because they were going to leave her out of the vote, and she was going to be the only one that would vote for Cassidy. So it obviously didn't work. So Owen decided to take it on himself to let her know that she was in danger. All right. So he lets her know. Now she doesn't believe it all the way, but it just kind of makes her a little bit nervous. So she goes to Carla to kind of confirm, ask her, were you going to come after me? You can see them here having a conversation about it. And Carla, right away, she says, no, why would I do that? You're my closest ally. How would that help me in the game? All this stuff. And she kind of sensed that wasn't working. So she decided to change tactic and fake cry. It wasn't a good performance, but she felt confident enough in it that it worked. And apparently it did. So she was so confident about it. She went. She already told Cassidy that she can confirm with Jesse that she was not going to vote her out. So after she did that, she decided to go to Jesse and start bragging to Jesse that she deserved an Oscar because she just fake cried to Cassidy. And she lets him know all he has to do is just tell Cassidy that she wasn't on the chopping block. Because in Carla's mind, Jesse's her biggest ally. I'm not sure where she got that idea, but she seems to think that's the case. So Jesse obviously goes to Cassidy and he says everything that Owen told you is all true. Carla was coming after you. So now Cassidy's pissed off because she's like, she just cried to me and all this stuff. She's offended by the whole situation. So now she's mad, and both Owen and Jesse just succeeded in driving a wedge in between both of them. All right. So we come to the award challenge. It's one of those classic Survivor challenges where they split up into groups, and it's going to be Owen in a what is that thing? Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So you see them here. All right. They're going to split up into groups of 3 because there's 6 people left. And one person is going to be inside of this ball. There's going to be a blue and red. And one person is going to be inside of this ball. And they're going to go through a bunch of obstacles in order to get to the end here. And the person in the ball is going to be set up there. The other 2 people moving the ball are going to be blindfolded, and the person in the ball has to guide them through the obstacles. When they get to the end, they're going to set up the person in the ball up here on this stage. Then that person is going to guide them while they're still blindfolded in order to complete a maze puzzle. All right. All right. So for the teams, the blue team is going to be Owen in the ball. Owen in the ball here. And I believe Cody, is it Cody? Yes, Cody and Jesse. Cody and Carla is going to be pushing Owen. And on the red team is going to be Cassidy in the ball, and she's going to be pushed by Jesse and Gabler. All right. I believe the blue team was pretty good. Owen was pretty good at calling. So they got done pretty quickly, got to the end, and you can see them here. All right, you can see Owen there in the ball, and he's calling for Cody and Carla. And the other team, I believe they just got in to set up, and these guys have been at the puzzle for a while. But the puzzle was the great equalizer, and both teams got to the end around the same time. But the winners ultimately was the blue team, which is Cody, Owen, and Carla. And their reward was, I believe, pastries. So they got the pastries. Cody got a little sugar high. They come while they were at the reward challenge. Obviously, there's not going to be any secrets to discover because there's still goddamn 3 idols in play. So no one found any rewards. While they were there, Carla decided to try her trick again. She told both Owen and Cody that she doesn't have an idol, and she feels like it's ruining her game because people think she has an idol. And she obviously has an idol. I don't know why they don't know that she has an idol, because obviously everyone knows how to get the idols in the first place, and she did exactly the thing that you do to get the idol, is collect all the beads. But nope, both Owen and Cody believed her. The level of stupidity is staggering. Back on the campsite with the losing team, Gabler decided to do a little bit of puppetry, and he mentions, let's see right here. All right, you can see all 3 of them here. So Gabler mentions to both the Cassidy and Jesse that Carla and Cody can both take credits for their moves. Carla can take credit for Cassidy's move, and Cody can take credit for Jesse's move, which means if they get to end with them, they're going to be sharing the same kind of story, and they're not going to be able to win, which is a great play from Gabler, because they both bought it. They're both thinking, oh man, this is crazy. If I get to the end with them, a lot of moves I claim, people are going to be looking at it as that other person did it, and I was just kind of following along. Especially with Jesse, because he's not winning challenges, even though he was the mastermind behind a lot of the plans that they made. People don't know that. So he gets a little bit paranoid as to what's going to happen. So they both are thinking they could split the votes between between Cody and Carla. As they were saying that, Jesse brought up the fact that Cody has an idol, and then Cassidy says, "Well, also Carla has an idol," and then Gabler was like, "You think or you know?" And she was like, "Yeah, I know. She definitely has an idol." So now they know she has an idol for sure. I'm not sure why they didn't know that before. So the rest of the people come back from the reward, and Owen and Jess and Cody, who believed Carla's lie, now find out from Jesse that Carla actually does have an idol. So now they're both pissed at her and they want to get rid of her. All right. So we get to the immunity challenge. All right. It looks a little like this. All right. So they're going to, it's going to be a little bit of running on a net rope. Then they're going to come over here. I believe they're going to collect some numbers or something. And then they're going to use those numbers to decode this lockbox right here. And when they unlock the lock, they're going to get a key, and then they're going to run through below this little net, crawl up here, get on the top, and then unlock their puzzle pieces for the final part, which is going to be a slide puzzle that they're going to complete. All right. I think right off the bat, the first one in the lead was Cody going through, but then they got to the little lockbox. And the first one to complete that part was Jesse. Jesse got a head start. Cody was last, but Owen forgot his key. He had to run back, and he ended up being last. But they all kind of got to the puzzle around the same time. And it is a bat puzzle thing. All right, so you can see right here, the one in the lead was Cassidy with the puzzle. She got the puzzle done first, but she screwed up on one of the pieces, and she had to do it over again. And in the end, it came down between her and Cody, but she was the one to win. So Cassidy now has the immunity, individual immunity, and then we got two other people with immunity idols, which is Cody and what was her name? Carla. And well, Jesse also has one, but no one knows about it. All right. So they're down to 6. It can still be used down to 5. So Carla wants to save hers during till 5. Jesse probably wants to. Cody probably wants to do the same thing to save it till 5. All right. So now they get back. Cody had the brilliant idea to tell Carla that they both have idols. So instead of going after each other, they can just threaten everybody else and let them know that they are going to use their idols, so those people don't vote for them. And so that way they both keep their idols, and they end up going to the end together to a Final Four, because they can use it next time and save themselves, and they can get to Final Four together. He says that to her. She likes the plan because it lets her get further in the game. And so she believes it. She goes around telling people that she's going to use hers, and they're going to have to vote between themselves. Between the 2 people, technically. It should be 3, but no one's going to vote for Jesse. So it's technically 2 with Gabler and Owen. So that's how they shifted in the votes. Cody then goes back to those guys and let them know that what they're really doing is letting Carla feel safe, so that way she doesn't play her idol, so they vote her out. Then Gabler's little his little what do you call it? His little was that word? His little subterfuge that he planted in Jesse's mind take effect. Now Jesse's thinking, it sounds like a good plan, but it doesn't really work for me, because if Cody gets further in the game, and especially if he pulls off this move and he takes out Carla, that's another notch on his belt, and I'm not going to be able to beat him if we go to the end together. So he's thinking that he's going to now have to get rid of Cody, and it's going to be really hard for him because he really trusts Cody. Come to find out that he still has Cody's idol in his bag. Cody never came to get it back. So he goes to the other guys and he says, why don't we go get rid of Cody? I have his idol. He doesn't have it. I have it. So as soon as he makes this plan, everybody's excited. They're going to get rid of Cody, and Cody's not going to see it coming. Then Cody tells Carla, he asked her, do you want to see my idol? Just to, like, you know what I mean? To further let her know that he actually has it, and then to have her trust him that the plan is going to work. So then he goes to Jesse and he's like, oh, I'm just going to show her real quick. Can you like give me the idol? Jesse tried to like convince him not to do it, but then obviously he had to give it to him so that he trust him or whatever. He didn't have to do that. He could have just kept it and let him know, like, you're going to be going home. But if he let him know that, then probably Carla is not going to play her idol, and she's probably going to be safe. So he didn't do that. He gave it to him. he goes, tells Carla, he shows Carla the idol, whatever. They don't show what happens after that, whether or not Jesse was like convinced that Cody's going to give it back to him, which I don't understand why that would be the case. Why would Cody collect his idol, show it to someone, and then give it back to Jesse? I didn't get that, but he was convinced that that's how it was going to play out. They get to tribal. A lot of nonsense, of course, with all the talking, and no one's going to reveal what their plan is. They go to vote, and everyone votes, and then after the vote, it's time to see if anyone has an idol who wants to play it. No one was going to move, but then Jesse gets up, and he says, well, I'm going to play this. So he takes out an idol, and he plays it for Owen. And Cody's like, oh, what's going on? Then Carla gets nervous, and she's like, she plays hers for herself. If I was her, I would right away know Cody's going home, and I wouldn't play it. But she decided to play it for herself just to be safe. And then it became one vote for Carla, one vote for Owen, and every other vote for Cody. And Cody goes home in the #1 most stupidest move I've ever seen. Why would he give his idol back to the guy that it doesn't belong to? I don't understand why he did that, but he did it. Now he gets voted out, and someone used his own idol for someone else that didn't even need it. So now Jesse just got credit for getting rid of Cody and also getting rid of Carla's idol at the same time. Amazing move that brings him further in the game. Here's the problem, though. It was a dumb move. He should have kept Cody. Why should he have kept Cody? Because Cody would have been able to take him to the end, and he could have bragged about all the other moves that he made behind closed doors, and Cody could have attested to it. And he could also show that magical idol that he kept on himself this whole time that no one knew about. He could have showed all of that and blew Cody out of the water if Cody took him to the end. And he could have guaranteed Cody was a bigger target than him, which would have guaranteed him to the end. But now that he made this move, no one's going to take him to the end. And he can't take himself to the end because he's trash at competitions. 3 people are better than him. The only person he can actually beat is Gabler. If the challenge is in his favor, he could beat Gabler, but he can't beat Gabler in a goddamn endurance competition, which is what the end is probably going to be. He can't beat Gabler. And the 2 people better than him, guaranteed to beat him are Carla, weird that I can't say that name, Carla, there we go, Carla, Cassidy, who's #1 right now with challenges. She's probably the best out of all of them. And also Owen. Owen can also beat him. And especially in endurance competitions, Owen showed that he could beat anybody in endurance competitions. The only one that can get close to him is Gabler. So all of them can beat him, and they're not going to take him to the end. So what the hell did he just make that move for? He just revealed all his cards and made himself a big threat, and no one's going to take him to the end. Well, that's what he decided to do. I would love to see how it plays out for him. So until next time, that was unbelievable. But hey, we're playing Survivor now. It's down to the wire, and we're playing the game. So until next time.